Hey, it's Blake from ChessPathways.com with you today, playing some more Blitz games here, this time playing another master. Looks like from Israel. And we get an English opening, and I'm going to play c6 here. I'll go to a Caro-Kann after e4, or a Slav defense after d4. Or if you play neither, we can just play one of these systems. And if you play knight f3, I'm going to go for that line again where you take on c4. I covered this in an earlier video, another Blitz video. Okay, and now you're playing this, this knight a3 idea. So I haven't seen this particular setup before. In that video, white just castled. Do we still play bishop e6? Bishop e6, knight g5, bishop d5, e4, h6. I'm not sure if the idea still works. I'll go ahead and put a link in the description, by the way, to show you that video as well, where I covered this line in more depth. b5 is another idea here. Could play b5. I might play b5 in this case. If you commit that knight to a3 too early, I wonder if b5 is good. Okay. So we're going to stay up a pawn, but c6 is a big target, I guess is the point. I'm just wondering, can we get away with this? So, okay, queen b6. I wonder if you even play bishop e3. Then maybe even queen a6. I just want to stay up a pawn. It's Blitz, so, you know, a pawn's a pawn. Queen a6. Bishop e7. Wonder what white's going to do. What are their candidate moves? Okay, yeah, they're going to take their pawn back. Bishop b7 just to stop any threats here on b5 with pins. And they do get a big lead in development, but I will try to hold on tight. And your knight is kind of sidelined. That's why I chose to go for this, because I feel like in this particular kind of setup, the knight probably doesn't belong on a3. Okay, I have to watch out for not getting mated. That would not be good. Can I give a check to cover d8, or are you just going to come back? Okay, so check, bishop d2, I come back. Do you even play bishop f4 there? Check. Bishop d2, queen c7. I would still have everything under control, at least at first glance. I'm just trying to look at all of white's possible tactics. Bishop a5 doesn't work because we can take and still defend. What else could there be? King f1 here could be an idea. But I don't think you have any immediate threats after just e6, not that I can see. I might be totally missing something, though. This feels very scary on the d-file. But I'd like to play e6, move the bishop and castle, and have my extra pawn. It helps, too, that I could play bishop takes a3 with tempo if I ever have to, if I need that extra tempo to castle. Okay. e6, and what's your threat? e6, queen d7 doesn't work, queen d8 doesn't work, knight takes b5, does that work? Knight takes b5. Because how do I take? I can't really take, can I? Do I have to spend another tempo and play a6? That feels so inappropriate in this kind of position. But maybe I do. Maybe I do. a6, and then what do you play? What's your threat? a6. There's no checkmate. Wow. Okay. Let's play it. Let's see what happens. Make him prove it. We are up on time. It's not very common. This rook can't enter anytime soon, which is nice. And I'm ready to play e6, followed by bishop takes a3 and castling. I'm expecting bishop d2, trying to harass the queen. And then queen c7, and then what happens on bishop f4? There I might play queen a5 and content myself with a draw by repetition if you want it. because I don't see any other way to stay out of that bishop's that bishop's eye, or maybe even dropping back to c8. I could drop back to c8. Nothing wrong with that. He's really thinking a lot here. Down to 20 seconds. He didn't disconnect. I didn't see that he disconnected. Okay, okay, b4. So I can't take, of course. Only one move. And now queen back to c8, I think. I don't see a threat. I am worried about just like, I don't know, queen b3 or something, going after f7. But I think I'm holding on. As far as I can see, there's no immediate threat. e6 next. I've been saying that for like 4 turns. Okay, e6. And you're going to play knight takes f7 or something? I don't think so. e6. Okay, you're just going to bring your knight back into the game. Just bishop e7, I think. You're going to put that knight on d4, but there's no threat with that. Castle. Really? What am I missing? Oh, rook c1. Aha, okay, that's clever. So I think you finally won your pawn back after just rook c1 here. Or do I just have knight d5, trying to keep shutting you out? I think white just didn't calculate this through all the way. They're just gonna, I think it's just gonna lose on time. Yeah, I'm not sure if that tactic worked, because after rook c1, I don't know, I have knight d5 if nothing else. Knight d5, and you can't win your piece back right away, I don't think. Let's actually check this. Let's analyze this. So I'm pretty sure my opening wasn't entirely sound. It definitely felt very sketchy there for black. So in this line, I chose to take on c4 here against the ready on move 4. I talked about this in an earlier video. I'll put that down in the description. One of the ideas is, sorry, let's get back to the position. One of the ideas is if white castles here, you can even play bishop e6. Not to get into the whole line I showed again, but on knight g5, there's bishop d5, e4, h6. There's some fun stuff there. On knight a3, I'm kind of curious how black often handles this. Okay, yeah, b5, that felt most intuitive to me as kind of the attempt to punish knight a3, especially because there's not really any other good way to hold on to this pawn, and you don't want to let white just take back their pawn, otherwise why did you take on c4? It doesn't make too much sense. So, okay, b5, I don't really know too much theory here because not too many people play this knight a3 line. I knew that knight e5, of course, is a typical idea when you go for this, but I've never seen d3. This isn't even theory, I don't think. It has been played a couple times. Let's actually stick with it a couple turns. So takes, knight e5, and no one's ever played queen b6. Looks like knight d5 is the standard option there. Kind of curious what an engine thinks. Not that it matters too much, because this engine is not good for opening preparation. But yeah, queen b6, bishop e3, queen a6. This idea feels a little bit not totally sound. And then after queen takes d3, bishop b7, rook d1, I really have to be careful to avoid the checkmate. So I think queen a5 is almost kind of forced. I don't see really what else to do. So check. And I thought it was better for white just to play bishop d2. Like bishop d2 and now what? Like I said, I might have taken a draw by repetition, check, bishop d2, or you could still drop back to c8 like what happened in the game. But I'm not sure why white felt the need to put the king on f1. That's probably not the best option there. And here I feel like there's got to be some tactic here. Does knight takes b5 just work right away, or no? I'm kind of curious. Yeah, knight takes b5. Black's getting killed here. The point, of course, being that if I take back, you take on b7, and I can't even take because of the checkmate. So I couldn't even go for this. I think I would have to repeat and play queen a5 check, but maybe this doesn't even work. Oh, now there's b4. Okay, and now on queen b6, no, there's still knight takes b5. Yeah, black's just getting killed. This whole thing doesn't work. I'm kind of curious where it went wrong. Yeah, this already feels winning for white. So let's step back a couple more turns. Yeah, against knight e5, I guess queen b6 is just not a good move at all. Yeah, so I really have to learn my theory if I want to play this b5 super ambitious line there, don't I? So that's good. I always love when I play a game like this and it exposes kind of a gap in my opening repertoire, because that's what you can learn the most from. That's where you go back after the game, do some hard work for the next, hour or two, patching up your repertoire, and the next time someone plays this knight a3 line, I'm going to be ready. With the knight d5 idea, probably. But, yeah, in the end, I was able to kind of defend this. A6, black was trying to kick me around, but everything's under control. And I don't think this tactic works. It was impressive when they played it, because I just assume, oh, it's a master. They found this really nice idea. Reroute the knight and take the c6 pawn. I'm guessing they were relying on rook c1, but I feel like this doesn't quite work. Because I can just shut out their bishop here. I can just play knight to d5, and you're not getting your piece back, as far as I can see. You can take if you want, but you're not getting your piece back. Here I would even have, does knight takes b4 even work here? I think it very well might. Or even knight takes e5 is fine because your queen's under attack. So you're not getting your piece back. This tactic doesn't work, and somehow I escaped. Like I said, it's a blitz. A pawn's a pawn. Make white prove it, and they couldn't prove it, even though it totally wasn't sound, and I probably should have just been lost. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please click that subscribe button down below, and also make sure you visit chesspathways.com and get signed up there, and I will send you a free move-by-move guide to chess thinking. Thanks, and I will see you soon.